Okay, I want to go ahead and get started and welcome everyone to our Athena Division Zoom meeting. Today's Monday, August 22nd. My name is Jennifer Gutierrez, District Sales Manager with 5020 and 5027. We also have some fabulous District Sales Managers and Division Manager on the call here. This is our Athena Division, and you can see these wonderful District Sales Managers and our fearless leader right there in the center. Maggie Hughes is our Division Manager. So many of you probably see some familiar faces there on the screen, and right there floating above us is our own Maggie Murphy, District Sales Manager that was not able to be with us at RepFest, so we want to be sure to include her as well. But today, let's talk a little bit about what our agenda is. I want to congratulate those that are with us on the call today because, you know, in your success, the very first thing is just making sure that you're showing up. And so because you're here on today's call, that's the first step to success. So we're also going to be talking about your Avon Story, the Kickstart program that we just introduced last week, the RiseUP incentive, the PRP tracking your success in the President's Club recognition program, taking a look at next steps as you leave the call today, and then our follow-up webinar for next week. So just to shout out to everyone on the call, I want to give a big congratulations. If you are on this call, it's because of your outstanding achievement. So district sales managers have hand selected those that are already performing at a higher level than average. So who we have on the call right now, we have new high potential representatives. These are representatives that have been selling okay, I have Sheila saying that she's not getting audio. Can everybody give me a thumbs up if you're getting audio, or give me a nod? Okay. Sheila, if you're not getting audio, you may want to go into log back out, and then log back in, and there is a test for your microphone. If you're still having trouble, you may want to download the app on your tablet or smartphone and try coming back in that way. So I hope that helps. So our new high potential representatives that are selling on average $200 a campaign. And then we also have Avon sales leadership representatives that see the bigger picture with Avon and that are building their Avon sales force. And then our Avon promoters, these are representatives that have referred a family member or friend to Avon. So congratulations. And if you don't see that you're falling into that category, it's because you've also been hand selected because your district sales manager has seen high potential in you. So congratulations for being on this call. So next up, I want to share our winners from last week's call. If you see your name on the screen, then you have won our prize. As we mentioned, when you attend this call, we want you to send an email to your district sales manager and let them know that you're on the call, because we will be picking one person from each district that will be a winner to win a surprise, a mystery prize with Avon. So congratulations to Faith Carr, Cassandra Smith, Leslie Ego, Sue Cheney, Donna Cullen, Dee Frazier, Sharon Pomeroy, Octavia Harris, Sarah Reed, and Dawn Gamecki. Each of you have won a free prize with Avon for joining us last week. And for those of you that are on the call this week, be sure to send each of your district sales managers an email, say I was on the call, so we can get you into this week's raffle. Next, just wanted to follow up on our Avon story. As we mentioned last week, when you share your Avon stories, studies show people accept ideas more readily when their minds are in story mode. Stories help us to connect with one another, and people are more likely to remember a story. Stories help to motivate others into action as well. So this week, we want to take a look at who our highlighted representative is. And before I get into that, just think about when you're creating your own story, you want to ask yourself, and you may want to write this down, but you want to ask yourself, what first attracted you to the Avon opportunity? What experiences were you most excited about as you began Avon? How did Avon add value to you and your family's lives? What accomplishments have you achieved? And what are you looking forward to with your Avon success? So let's take a look. We have Donna Cullen, President's Club. She's been in President's Club and she's a sales leader. She's been with Avon for 10 years, and I believe I have Candace on the call who wants to share her story with us. Candace, do I have you? I know I saw Candace earlier. Candace, you may need to unmute your line. I muted all the lines on the bottom left.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay. Go ahead and start again for us, please.
And I've already had enough coffee in me this morning. I don't know what the deal is. Yes, everyone. Welcome, everyone. I am the district sales manager for 4958 and 4955. Donna Cullen. I'm going to tell the story about Donna because she is not available this morning, but she is going to be on the 7 o'clock call. So I have her story with me, so I'm going to read it as she had sent it to us. She said, my name is Donna Cullen, and I am from Calvert City, Kentucky, in District 4958. I have been with Avon for over 10 years. I am married to my best friend and wonderful husband, Mike, for 36 years. We have 2 awesome sons, Aaron and Andrew. I have had a roller coaster ride with my Avon business. I was first attracted to Avon to get makeup to play dress up with my nieces, and just thought it was better than getting it at Walmart or somewhere else. I was buying from Carol Capps, who didn't live far from me, and then I had a lady from work that was interested in maybe making some extra money as well with Avon. I called my upline, Carol, and asked questions about how signing up works and would I be able to get a discount for myself and then make a percentage of whatever I sell to my family and friends at work. I really was not interested in selling at that time, but a couple of girls at my work wanted to buy product. So I started my Avon career on July 13th, 2006, and I was lucky enough to have gotten a fundraiser within my first 6 months. I have been a PC or Honor Society Club member every year since starting. Due to some health issues, I did not make it last year, but I grant you, I will have it back by campaign 26 of this year. I was so excited when I started selling and got to see the percentages I could make, and then even got more excited whenever I found out if I signed people up under me, I would make even more percentage on sales. Excuse me. So I started my leadership with Avon and was in hope that I would be able to quit my full-time job and just do my Avon. So I am proud to say that I was able to quit my full-time job Monday through Friday. On November the 8th, job for a major she worked for a major cable company and was the collection department lead. I finally got to quit that job on October 2011. I hate to say that I have had a very huge unit, that I had a very large unit and have lost several of them and have not really been able to grow because of some health reasons. I am now feeling much better and am going to start growing my team again and would hopefully be able to help my husband with my son's student loan of $25,000 along with some other bills. Our plan is to see if he can retire early, maybe help me with my business. And my long-term goal is to have my log cabin in the woods with a wraparound porch all on one level. So watch out, Athena Division, because Donna's Avon Awesome Angels are on the go for fourth quarter and in 2017. I would suggest to those that may struggle at times with their business to hang in there and get involved with community events and fundraisers. It will make a difference in your earnings. And that's it.
Thank you, Candace. Well, so many of you probably can kind of relate to Donna's story. So many representatives have started off just to get a discount and they saw a bigger opportunity in it and have gone even further. And that's what's so unique about each person's story is how it relates to where they start within this business and how the business blossoms. So the key is to just write down those questions that I had mentioned, create your own story, because we will be highlighting a new representative's story on each call so that you can see the power of the story. So the next thing I want to talk about is the incentives. We did share a little bit about the Kickstart and the RiseUP incentive that's starting in campaign 20. The journey to gold will end in campaign 19, where the RiseUP incentive will then continue in campaign 20. The Kickstart program is for new representatives that are just joining us after September 16th, which is when we have 3 new kits also available. So I just want to share this again for those of you that are new on the call. This is a refresher for those of you that were with us last week. And I do think it's worthy of taking time to really dive into this, because it may take a couple of times for us to really understand what the Kickstart program is. So looking at the Kickstart program, when you first join Avon, these are representatives that are joining for the first time after September 16th. When they place a $150 order in their first campaign, that's looking at about 5 to 7 customers, they're going to earn 40% commission. And the way that the new program is going to work is every time you hit your new sales goal, you're going to earn 40% commission. And it's not going to be just 40% commission on the fixed earning items, but it's the 40% commission on your entire products that you offer your customers, whether it's traditional selling from the brochure or whether you're selling to your customers online from your e-store. So this is big for us. This is some news for us because in the past we've always had those fixed earning items. So this is very exciting that everything will be 40% for those that hit their sales goals on all the products, and that just really simplifies it. So for the second campaign, the sales goal will then go up in increments of $50. So you can see on the slide that the second campaign, then the new representative's target will be $200, which when she hits $200, she'll be at 40% earnings. So she would make 80%. And it would continue to go up in $50 increments. So by the time she finishes in her first 6 campaigns, you can see on the slide that she would generate $1,650 in sales, which would put her at $660 in earnings at that 40%. So let's take a look what the tracking would look like. So as you can see, these are the 6 campaigns laid out. So it's selling $150 all the way up to $400, which this is really key because as leadership representatives, when you are helping to teach somebody to sell and build to President's Club, it's going to help your business be sustainable, and the retention of your representatives, they're going to stay with you longer. So this is a real key piece. I love how they're doing this to help gradually build those new representatives to President's Club. And we'll actually be talking about that shortly as well. So this is the tracking, and the way this works is let's say that they place that $150 order in their first campaign, and let's say they didn't place the second campaign. If they didn't place the second campaign, they still are eligible for that 40% in their 3rd through 6th campaign when they hit those sales targets. So they're not completely out of the game. So keep that in mind. And then there's actually more to this incentive, and that is when they mentor 3 representatives, they're going to earn $50 per representative. So they can, on this slide, it's showing if they have 3 representatives, they're going to get $50 when a Kickstart participant recruits representative who places $150 in their first order. And there's no limit to that. So on this slide, it shows 3, but you could do 10. And you would just continue to get that $50 when they place that first order of $150. So when they achieve all of their 6 campaigns, sales level achievements, and their mentoring goal, there's also a kicker, and that's a $200 kicker for achieving that. So when you add all that up, the $660 for their sales goals, that's going to be what they earn at the 40% in their first 6 campaigns. The 3 recruits, they get $50 for, and the kicker of $200, you're looking at a total of $1,010 in their first 3 months. So this is also an important piece when you're out sharing the opportunity and letting people know that they can join your Avon team, to be able to say, let me show you how you can make $1,000 in your first 3 months, or what would you do with $1,000? Let me show you how Avon can be the answer. So the next thing is our RiseUP incentive, and I like this because you could say, why stop at $1,000? You can go even bigger, and that's what the RiseUP incentive does. So starting in campaign 20 through campaign 6, and this is really key, folks, because this does have a deadline. So this is not ongoing forever. This is something that you really want to take a moment and plan out and try and get as much of this money on the table as possible, because it will end next year in campaign 6. And this is the best lucrative bonus that I've seen for the leadership program. So the way this works is anyone that is in the leadership program or anyone that's looking to join leadership, when you advance in title for the first time and maintain that title for 3 consecutive campaigns, so that would be a total of 4, you're going to receive a promotion bonus. So for example, if you are a star promoter on this call right now and you have never achieved ambassador, then you're going to get $1,000 when you achieve the ambassador level, and you can continue to get bonuses as you progress. And also keep in mind, if you look at the fact guide on this, if you were an ambassador before campaign 5 of this year, but you have it restarted of campaign 5 of this year. So if you have not been an ambassador from campaign 5 of this year or later, then it actually reset for you. So that's good news, because it used to be if you when we had something like this, once you titled, it was like a lifetime title. So they've actually reset your clock. So you will look back at your achievement. You want to think about what your achievements are for some of those of you that may have fallen in title, and you still might have a chance to play in this. If you have questions on that, you want to talk to your upline or your district manager so we can help walk you through that. But again, you're talking about in the first 90 days for someone new coming into this business, this is an opportunity for them to make $600 to $700 a month. And I think that's pretty amazing, seeing that this is a supplemental, something that you can do in your spare time. So let's take a look what this will look like. If you had 25 on average orders for your selling to 6 people in your first campaign, and you continue to increase that by $50, so it would be $150 your first campaign, $200 your second, and so forth. By those sales, you would make $660 in your first 90 days. When you share the opportunity with 10 to 15 people, letting them know, hey, let me show you how you can make $1,000. We know not every single one of those people will join us, but we want to narrow it down to 5 people. And when we do that, that's really the key here, is how to sell, share, and show your way to success. And this just breaks it down where you can actually double that from $1,000 in 90 days to $2,000. And it's really bridging both the Kickstart program with the RiseUP incentive so that you have a total earnings of over $2,000 in your first 90 days. So that also leads me to one of the topics that I wanted to include in this session, which is President's Club. So I want to unmute the lines and I want to ask if anyone can share with me. Actually, I'm going to let you unmute your own line. If you look at the bottom left corner, if you want to speak, just unmute your line. But I want to ask the question, what does it take to be a President's Club member? How much do you need to sell in a year's cycle to be a President's Club member? Who knows on the call?
10,100, 200.
Okay, Sheila, it used to be 10,100, and we actually changed it. So does anyone know what the new number is? I have the Jeopardy, or I have the song in my head. Da-na-na-na. So does anyone else know what the new number is?
They're being shy, Jennifer, because there are several on there that do know what it is.
Okay. So the new number is $10,000. And does anyone know what that would take? How much each campaign, if you started in campaign 1 and you went to campaign 26, how much would you have to sell each campaign to hit President's Club?
470, something like that.
Okay, close, Sheila. It would actually be a little bit less than that. You're looking at about $385 to hit President's Club each campaign. So a little more doable. I'm sure, Sheila, with the numbers that you're talking about from before, the 10,100, I could see how that would be a little bit elevated. So it's a little more achievable now. And what are some of the benefits that you get when you become a President's Club member?
3 demos.
Okay, so three additional. Okay, so you get to order 3 demo products from the What's New instead of just being limited to one demo each. Anyone else want to share?
Don't make me do all the talking.
And if you want to share, you just want to unmute your line at the bottom left corner, and managers, you can jump into what do we get? What are some of the benefits for being President's Club?
President's Club luncheon.
President's Club luncheon, you get an invite to the President's Club luncheon, where to me it's the Oscars for representatives. We honor you. It's a great award ceremony, and you get a free lunch on us, and it's a lot of fun. What else do you get?
Guaranteed earnings, 40% for an entire year.
Yay! Absolutely. That's a big one. So now you're guaranteed 40% for an entire year. No more checking the scale. You're guaranteed that 40% commission. Thank you, Susie. So there are lots of incentives, lots of rewards, excuse me, for being President's Club. So if you're not familiar with the President's Club tribute, if you're not familiar with the President's Club recognition program, I really wanted to spend a little bit of time on this because it's to your advantage to find out exactly what you get with President's Club. So I want to walk you through. Some of you may know, many of you may not know, but we actually have a rewards and recognition center and headquarters. If you go to rewards recognition and then click on rewards headquarters, you're going to see this screen that I'm showing you right here. And you actually can accrue points as a representative through your sales, through the people that you recruit, and through the people that you promote into leadership. Those are the three ways that you earn points through our rewards and recognition. And there's all kinds of things on here. If you look at this screen, there's electronics, home and garden, fashion, sporting, kids and baby, gift cards, hot deals, all kinds of things here. Over 3,000 prizes that you can get points accrued for and turn them in, especially going into the holidays. You could probably do some of your Christmas shopping here. So if you haven't checked this out, be sure to go to rewards and recognition, start selecting what you want to spend your points on, and let's take a moment to figure out how you can get your points. So the next thing I want to share with you is, where are you tracking for President's Club? So there is a sales level tracking guide. You can find this on youravon.com under PRP as well, the tab, but it shows you, if you look in the first column, it's showing you how to track for President's Club. So when you sell $385 each campaign, cumulatively in campaign 18, you would need to be at $6,930 to be able to be tracking for President's Club. So one of the things that after this call, we have 9 campaigns left. You want to take a moment to see where you're tracking and where your deficit is. It's what we call the gap. And be sure that you have something in place so that if you do have a gap from where you're tracking, how you're going to fill that gap, whether it's a fundraiser, whether it's a Avon party, maybe it's a Avon party through Facebook, but you want to be able to build those sales so that you don't miss out on President's Club. And I want to take you real quickly here. And show you, this is where the recognition and the rewards and recognition tab is. And once you click on here, you're going to see all kinds of support information. You're going to see that there's also a national recognition. There's also a trip, which many of you may not know, but you can also win a trip to Dominican Republic, April 2nd through the 6th of next year. I know I would love to go to Dominican Republic, and I'd love to see all of you there with me. And then there's also, down here at the bottom, there's a place for you to click. It's called Go to Gold Card, and this will tell you where you're tracking for your success with Avon for President's Club. So check out your gold card and see where you're at so that you can be where you need to be with regards to President's Club. Okay. So as I mentioned, we have 8 campaigns left. You want to identify where you're tracking and how you're going to ensure that you achieve President's Club. So when we take a look, the leadership part of that, how President's Club ties into leadership, When you sell 10,000 per year and personally recruit, train, and motivate 10 other people to do the same, in your first generation, by having 10 President's Club members in your first generation, you would have 100,000 award sales volume. In your second generation, when those 10 people find 10 more President's Club recognition, 10 more President's Club representatives, you would have $1 million business in your second generation. And in your third generation, when those 100 people find 10 each, you would have a $10 million business in your third generation. The whole point of that is that that would give you $100,000 earnings that you would have where you're doing your Avon business and you have a $100,000 earning business. So this is important for you because this is duplicating your success as a President's Club member and showing others how to do the same. That duplication leverages more income into your pocket, so where you can have a six-figure earning opportunity here. So we talked a little bit about the RiseUP incentive. We also have a way for representatives that are in leadership to earn $355. This is the All Aboard with Onboarding. We did have an onboarding meeting down in Paducah, and I think there's one in Memphis today. So be sure to be a part of that. There was a call at 10 o'clock this morning regarding the All Aboard with Onboarding, and there's going to be more calls. So if you haven't received an email on that, be sure to go onto youravon.com, check out when the All Aboard with Onboarding calls are, so you can be on that as well. Because as a leadership representative, when you have representatives that complete their Kickstart program, you have an opportunity yourself to make $355. So that kind of leads to what the 5 key steps are when you bring somebody into your business. You want them to focus on their Avon story and connecting that with the new person that they're bringing into the business. Identify the dreams and goals of who you're bringing into your business, finding out what their short-term goal is, what would they do with $500 today, and their long-term goal, what would they do with $500,000 in, let's say, 5 or 10 years from now. Develop a customer list of 50 names. Identify 10 to 15 people to share the Avon opportunity with and to let them know they can make $1,000 in 3 months, and then to show 5 people how to do what you do. And that will help you get on your way to success. So also, one of the things that we talked about was on the last call was the So Very Sofia. And if you recall, we wanted to sell 10 of the So Very Sofia. That was part of our goal. So I just wanted to find out how people are coming along with this incentive. If they're sharing the bottle, who's already received their preferred preview, and who's spritzing their customers or spritzing prospects. Can anyone want to unmute their line and give us a little testimony about the So Very Sofia and how it's going for you?
I already have 2 or 3 sets sold, and I don't even have my stuff in yet.
Oh, wow. Dee, share with us. Tell us more about that.
I ran into another Avon rep that gave me a little vial sample, and I've been telling people, how do you smell this? And, oh, my God, that smells amazing. Order me some. So I already have 2 or 3 sets sold.
Okay. So, and without having it, tell us a little more, because you said that you ran into a representative that's already given you some of the samples or gave you a full-size product, or tell me more about what you're demonstrating.
She gave me a little bottle vial, and I've been talking it up to my friends and my family members who are my Avon customers. And I said, as soon as I get a sample, I'll let you smell it. So they were already excited because we're all already friends of Sofia anyway. And they're like, oh, and I said, here, just open this bottle and just smell this. Oh my gosh, they say, that smells amazing. When are you going to get some in? So.
Love it. I love the success you're having with it. And you know what's nice about it is that you're just getting started now and it hasn't even come out. So, that's right. How you really build a fragrance launch, Dee. So the fact that you're getting behind it so early on, you're going to be able to continue to do well with it. Anyone else want to share their success with this fragrance?
I have 2 sets already, and I ordered a lot of the vial samples. So when I'm handing out my books, I'm also handing out those samples. I'm wearing it myself every day, and every time I see someone, I was like, oh, smell this. It smells amazing. And so I'm giving my customers a few days, and then I'm going to kind of touch base with them and see how they like it, and maybe I can't get somebody to order some.
Wonderful, Melissa. I love it.
This is Cassandra. I have at least 3 sets sold already just by them smelling the book. I don't have any samples yet. I ordered some, so they should be in with my campaign tomorrow, and I ordered some of the vials. So just by me just talking about it, I got a lot of people interested. So I've got at least 3 sold already. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it, and I'm getting out there, and I'm pushing it. And so hopefully I don't know if I can do the 30, but I know I can do the 5. So if I can finish those and get some more, I will. So I'm excited about it, and I'm a new rep, so that makes me feel good that I'm able to get out there because I'm a talkative person. So
Fantastic, Cassandra. That's exactly it. Just what I'm hearing from all of you is your excitement about the fragrance. Some of you are familiar with the celebrity, so you're really hyping up the celebrity, but really there's a great opportunity for customers to get this product with 2 free gifts. So it's $36 for the fragrance, but they get a $24 free gift set with the purchase of the fragrance. And they can only get that in campaign 21. So with their pre-order between now and campaign 21, they get that free gift set. Otherwise, the gift set is much more costly. So you're looking at almost about 40% off for the customer. And then for you, because when you sell 5, you get 1 free, you're looking at almost 50% earnings when you sell all 6 of them. So this is a really great opportunity. I love, Cassandra, that you're talking about, I know I can do 5. I'm going to see where I go with that. And hey, maybe I'll sell 5 more after I get those 5 sold. So that's fantastic. Anyone else want to share about their So Very Sofia fragrance experience?
I think they should send us all vials to begin with for us to smell it instead of the demo books, because I didn't like the smell in the demo book, but when I actually smelled it in person, it was fabulous.
That's a really great point, Sheila. So, the truer scent is going to be in the vial or in the sample versus the book. So that's a great point. Wonderful. Anybody have any questions on the incentives or anything that we've mentioned so far over the Kickstart, the RiseUP, or the So Very Sofia? Okay. And then just so you know the dates on this, for you to be able to get the product of So Very Sofia in your campaign 19, for those of you that are A week, that means you're in RPS 1 through 5. You want to be able to let your district manager know that you want to commit to one of those levels by what was August 19th. But you still have, for A-week representatives, RPS 1 through 5, you have till September 2nd to receive it in your campaign 20 order. And then for those of you that are B-week, that's RPS 6 through 10, you have until August 26th if you want to receive it in your campaign 19 order, or you have until September 9th to receive it in your campaign 20 order. Okay, so before I go into our next steps, I just want to know if there's any other questions, perhaps. Oh, and let's see here. Sharon Douglas did mention, for those of you that are in Trendsetter, it's already been closed out for Trendsetter, so there's more to come. And if you're in Trendsetter, we would love to hear from you how it went for you. Of course, being in Trendsetter, these are representatives that have products that come out 2 campaigns ahead, so that Avon can look and see how things are going and adjust accordingly based on those trends that we receive from the trendsetters. So anything that I'm missing, district managers, I know there's some dates that I know, like Mary Ellen, you said that it's Tuesday for the onboarding. Anything else that we need to share on here before I go into the next steps? Okay. Mary Ellen says that was it. She said, just so you know that the onboarding is actually tomorrow, Tuesday. Mary Ellen, did you want to share anything about the fragrance as far as the notes or anything else? I know we shared a little bit last week. Any sharing on the fragrance?
Yes, I would. Actually, this came up when I was meeting with Cassandra last week. Was just giving her some more tips on fragrances. And one of the things I mentioned that I realized I have not mentioned to many people recently is where you keep your fragrance in your house will matter. If you keep it in your bathroom where your shower and bath is, the mist is in the air, the heat, it will dissipate the fragrance if you're leaving your open bottle on your bathroom shelf. So once it's opened, it only has about a year shelf life. So if you keep it out of the bathroom, put it most probably on your dresser in your bedroom where it's usually cool and dark, and the fragrance will last longer for you. So there's your tip of the week.
Wonderful. Thank you. Bear with me one second. Okay. Any questions on the RiseUP incentive or on the Kickstart program? I know there was a lot of information on that.
Jennifer.
Yes.
I did want to go ahead while we're all together right now. I did want to let 4955 know that I am going to be in Owensboro, Kentucky, Frederica Street, Panera Bread tomorrow at noon and again at 5 o'clock. And this is to review all about the RiseUP and about the onboarding, just so that I can touch base with them one-on-one. So whoever wants to come by, they're welcome to. For District 4958, I'm going to be at the Super 8 Hotel in Calvert City, Kentucky. I will be there from 3 o'clock until 9 o'clock that night. Again, it will be discussing the onboarding, the new process, appointing process, and about the RiseUP. So basically, we're going to do more of just a review because it's going to take a few times, for everybody to get acclimated to the new process. So I will be there at either one of those places if they'd like to come and join.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So also, just as we close, if there's no other questions, I'm going to give, one more shout out if we have any questions on any of that before I go into our next steps. Or any other sharing. If anybody has any success stories or anything they want to share, now would be the time.
Okay, I have one other thing. It's Candace. While we have Dee Frazier on the call or on the Zoom meeting, I would very much like to applaud her. This girl just turned ambassador in campaign 17. She has also started a fundraiser for Annie the Owl, and she's just on fire in her district. So I'm just really, really proud of her. She's just doing a lot of things to try to generate business, and she's just doing all that. She's soaking all of this in. So I think she's really, really, I just want to applaud her on that. So way to go, Dee.
Oh, Dee.
Thank you so much.
Way to go. And I also missed one of our winners here. And I'm sorry, Lindsay texted me and said, hey, you forgot mine, lady. So I did want to congratulate Debbie Ring. She also was one of the achievers of last week's raffle. So I just wanted to also congratulate Debbie Ring as well from District 1508. So congratulations for winning the prize. And again, if you haven't had a chance yet, please send a quick email letting your district sales manager know that you were on today's call so that you can be in a raffle to win a prize for attending today. So looking at our next steps, we want to take a look at, if you remember last week, we talked a little bit about who was going to create their story. We also talked about selling the fragrance. We talked a little bit about that now. The other thing was to promote the $1,000 to 10 to 15 people, to identify those people. So now we want to kind of transition a bit. Now that you've gone through and created your customer list and identified who you want to talk to, this week, these would be the 4 steps that you want to focus on. The first one would be to find out how close you are tracking to PC. So again, just looking at that goal card under rewarded and recognition and finding out where you're at. You want to figure out what your gap is. So if you are, $1,000 away from it and you divide it by 9, it's going to tell you how much of an order you need each campaign to attain that $1,000. So that's kind of a bad example, but you get the idea. You want to take the full amount that you need to hit $10,000 and then divide that by 9. That's the number of campaigns we have left. But your goal card is going to do all the work for you. So if you just review your goal card, it's going to share with you how much more you need each campaign to hit President's Club. The second thing you want to do is share your Avon story with 10 people. Be excited about your Avon story, just like Donna Collins shared with us her story. You want to be able to share with people how you got started, why Avon is so important to you, because believe it or not, people are listening, especially on your Facebook, on your social media. I get a lot of people telling me that they love looking at my videos and stuff, and I never really spend a lot of time saying, join my team, join my team. I just spend a lot of time sharing how much fun I'm having and sharing the stories of other people around me. So the second thing, promote and sell So Very Sofia. We've had a lot of great tips on the call today. So if you want to find out more, just go ahead and check out that Campaign 21 because there's a lot of tips on there as well. And then show 5 people how to get started making $1,000 in 3 months. And that's really just talking to people, sharing your story, and then asking them, who's interested in making $1,000? Why don't you give it a shot? Let me show you how to get started. And those are your steps for next week. And then what we would like to do is see you back on the call next week. Join us next week, Monday, August 29th at 11 a.m. or 7 p.m. Also, like us on Facebook. Then we want you to share, again, how you're doing with the fragrance launch with So Very Sofia. And share with us how many people you're showing how to make $1,000 to $2,000 with Avon. So you've already identified those people. So now it's time to take action this week and start setting up times with them to show them how to get started. If you need help, please reach out to your upline or your district sales managers, and we're here to help you and partner with you on that. So again, if you have any questions, we're almost at the close of our call. You can unmute your line on the left if you have any other comments or anything you want to share. But that pretty much concludes what we have, unless there's any other questions from anyone on the call. Okay, well, I want to thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you all next week. And again, please be sure to send over an email letting us know that you attended so we can go ahead and pull your name for the recognition piece of attending. Thank you again, and make it a great week. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Good job, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.